help, I can't stay consistent with my workouts. I've been trying for years now, and I just go into this motivational cycle where I'm doing really well for a few weeks, and then after that, I just fall off the wagon. With a busy work schedule and a busy family life, things can get really tricky, which is why we're gonna break it down a little bit today. What's up, everyone? My name is Jackson Adamowitz. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist, certified personal trainer, and today I'm going to break down a workout program based on an email that I got from one of my followers. On my Instagram, I asked people to send me emails of their current exercise history, health history, what their goals are, and a lot of other information so that I could create a free workout program for them and generate a video so that I could show you my whole entire thought process as a personal trainer so that you can learn how to write your own workout programs as well. So let's dive in. Jackson, good evening. I'm responding to your post about a free workout program. I'm 47 years old, 5'11", weigh 213 pounds. I've been working out inconsistently for 5 years with the longest consistent period of about 8 to 10 months. Unfortunately, over the past 5 years, I've increased my weight by almost 30 pounds. Some muscle, but mostly fat. I get into a cycle where I try to bulk by increasing my calories and using creatine, and then realize I need to cut because of the weight increase. This is a cycle that I go through every 3 to 4 weeks. I'm tired of it. I work as an administrator in the juvenile correction system and have a job that requires me to sit at my desk a lot. I have regular hours, but the mental drain is fatiguing. When I come home, I rarely feel like working out. I realize this is a cycle too. I try to get up early to work out, but by the evenings, I'm exhausted. So this is something that I see all the time with some of my clients. They say, help, I can't stay consistent with my workouts. I've been trying for years now, and I just go into this motivational cycle where I'm doing really well for a few weeks, and then after that, I just fall off the wagon. With a busy work schedule and a busy family life, things can get really tricky, which is why we're gonna break it down a little bit today. When I work out, I do all my exercises in our basement. I have dumbbells, 5 through 30 pounds, bands, a bench with plates, an easy curl bar, treadmill, pull-up, dip station. Wow, this is a nice home gym. I've tried 20-minute workouts and 60-minute workouts. With my schedule and family activities, I can comfortably do about 30-minute workouts about 4 to 5 days a week. As a side note, I'm an avid disc golfer. That's actually really cool. I've tried a couple online coaches and wasted a nice sum of money due to their cookie cutter approach and ghosting. Well, that's not good, but unfortunately I've seen that a lot with a lot of online coaches. Very cookie cutter, and even personal trainers who will just completely ghost their clients, which that's not very good. Just a little side note, if you are looking for an online coach, make sure that you find one who will support you in your goals. You want a coach who's going to help you with what you need. So if you know that you need that added level of accountability, don't just approach a coach who's just going to give you a generic workout program. Find somebody who's actually going to support you through that mission. Then he goes on to say, I wish I would have found you before wasting money on them because you seem so genuine and real. At least that's how I perceive you now. I hope that I am very genuine and real. I definitely understand the skepticism, especially with what you've gone through. Here's the fun part. Here's where the goals come in. I'd love to drop 20 to 25 pounds and increase muscle size. I'm not looking for 3% body fat. I'm not either as a personal trainer. That's very unhealthy. Just less fat and more muscle. Okay, so we're looking at body recomposition is what that's called. So if you want to decrease your body fat mass and increase your lean muscle mass, that's called body recomposition. My wife is a star-at-home mother, and we have 3 girls ranging from 7 to 13. They're picky eaters, so our schedule, look at all those responsibilities, requires my wife at times to cook dinners that may not be the healthiest. I eat the same things for breakfast and lunch almost daily. We rarely eat out. So no physical restrictions, no injuries. I am sick in a cycle and just need a little help. So a few things already stuck out to me. One, this guy's a very busy schedule. Okay, it's clear that he's working a lot. He has a lot of family obligations, a lot of responsibilities there, but it sounds like he's pretty motivated to work out. He mentions that he thinks he can comfortably work out 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days per week. Additionally, something that sticks out is the job itself. So it's a very sedentary job, which means he's probably not moving a lot throughout the day. One of my tasks for this person would be to get moving, find ways to stay active, stay moving, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Additionally, he says the mental drain of the job is very fatiguing, and that's totally understandable. If you're sitting down all day, just either staring at a computer screen or doing the same task, that's going to be very fatiguing. One of the benefits that you'll notice from consistent exercise, you'll see an increase in energy, improved sleep quality, and those will all compound to hopefully give you some more energy throughout your workday and throughout whatever activities, whether that's spending time with your family, disc golfing, whatever it is. Next, we look at the goals: decreasing body fat mass and increasing lean body mass. So with some of the inconsistencies in the exercise history of, not being super consistent for long periods of time, I think that losing weight and putting on muscle mass is definitely possible. On the weight loss side of things, losing 20 to 25 pounds, especially at this body type, a healthy range would be losing anywhere from half a pound to 2 pounds per week. So let's kind of run some of those calculations here today. So we're just going to pull up a total daily energy expenditure calculator. We'll type in all the information that we know here, and then here's what we get. So maintenance calories is about 2,236 calories per day. So if you want to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit, which means that you need to be at a number lower than that every day. If your goal is to lose 1 pound per week, you need to be in a caloric deficit of about 500 calories per day. So in this case, you would take 2,236, subtract 500, and that would be your caloric target for the day. So for this individual, that would be about 1,736 calories per day. Additionally, if your goal is to build muscle mass along the way, you're going to want to make sure that your protein intake is pretty high. I would aim for anywhere between 1.2 to 2.0 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So for this individual, that would be anywhere between about 115 grams of protein intake per day to about 192 grams of protein intake per day. So yes, it does require a little bit of calculation if you want to be really hyper-focused on those goals. Now let's start creating the workout program. It's important to look at 1, the equipment that the individual has access to, 2, their goals, and then 3, the amount of time that they have to perform each workout. So this individual has only about 30 minutes to complete a workout, so we're going to want to make sure that the workout is pretty quick paced, pretty rapid pace to get in everything that we want to get in. General rule of thumb, I like to hit each major muscle group at least 2 times per week. Additionally, I want this individual to be getting at least 150 minutes of easy to moderate intensity cardio per week, or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity cardio per week. So that's the bare minimum. So I'm thinking about starting this individual out on 4 days per week just to get into the swing of things. He said he could commit to 4 to 5 days per week. So we're going to start out at 4 days per week. So there are a few different workout splits that you can do with a 4-day split. So if your goal is to build muscle mass and your goal is also weight loss, I would recommend starting at 3 days of lifting per week, 1 full body day, and then 1 upper body day and 1 lower body day. So you're hitting each major muscle group at least 2 times. On the 4th day, I would want more of a cardio focus. So this individual can do things like walking, running, cycling, anything that will get the heart rate elevated. What I like to do is I like to write out each of the exercises first, and then we kind of break down the sets, the reps, the rest time based on the amount of time that the individual has to work out. For the first workout, I did a full body workout. This is going to target every major muscle group within the body, so we're focused on a lot of compound movements or a lot of multi-joint movements so that we can incorporate the entire body's musculature. The first exercise that I have is called a squat thruster. This is where your dumbbells are going to be on your shoulders. You're going to go into like a half squat. On the way up from the squat, you're going to press into a shoulder press. So this is a great exercise for the lower body, upper body as you're working those shoulders, those arms a little bit. Then we have our first superset. So a superset, if you're not aware, is 2 exercises back to back with no rest in between. So this is how you can kind of shorten the duration of your workouts if you have 2 exercises of opposing muscle groups and you don't really need a rest in between sets. You just squeeze them together and then rest after those 2 sets. So the first superset I have here is a dumbbell bench press, pretty simple exercise, followed directly by a 1-arm dumbbell row. So the bench press is going to target those chest muscles, triceps, a little bit of the front of the shoulder. The 1-arm dumbbell row is going to target the opposite muscle group. So we're going to be working kind of the lats back here, some of the back of the shoulder, a little bit of the biceps. So we've got 2 conflicting muscle groups, which is why we can perform those exercises back to back with no rest in between. Then after that, we will do a goblet squat. This is a great exercise to engage the core. As you're holding a dumbbell up in front of you, you have to prevent yourself from kind of collapsing, right? So you're incorporating your core. This is a great lower body exercise if you have dumbbells. So we'll do that, followed directly by an easy bar curl. Again, we're going to be primarily working the biceps here, and those are different muscle groups as well. But you'll notice here we have 3C with the push-ups, which means we'll have 3 exercises in this larger set or this circuit style set. So we'll have push-ups as well. So then we'll be working the chest, the shoulders, the triceps, and all 3 of those exercises are working different muscle groups. So we will not rest until we complete all 3 of those exercises. Next, for day 2, I just have a cardio day. So I spaced it out this way, day 1 and day 2, so that after day 1, your muscles have a chance to recover. Day 2 is going to be primarily focused on getting more of a moderate intensity cardio in. So this individual has a treadmill at their house, so I recommended they do an incline treadmill walk. This is great cardio, especially if you're, looking to take a break for the day. If you want to watch some TV, you can flip on the TV while you're doing this. You can turn on a podcast, listen to an audiobook, listen to music. You can watch TikToks, Instagram, YouTube videos, whatever you want to do. Just put that up, turn the treadmill on, bump up the incline, bump up the speed a little bit so you feel your heart rate elevating. So I want a nice moderate intensity here, and then we'll sustain that for a certain amount of time. For this individual, it'll probably be about 30 minutes. Next, day 3, as I mentioned the workout split a little bit earlier, we're going to be doing an upper body workout day. So this is going to be primarily focusing on compound movements and some more single joint movements within the upper body so that we're hitting everything. We're going to start with the bench press because this individual does have a bench with plates, followed directly by bent over dumbbell rows, so similar to the one-arm dumbbell rows, but this time we're adding 2 for that bilateral component. So you're working opposing muscle groups in this superset fashion. We have another superset, which is a dumbbell shoulder press, followed directly by dumbbell bicep curls. Again, conflicting muscle groups, or I should say antagonist muscle groups. And we'll rest to kind of shorten the duration of that workout. After that, we have dumbbell chest flies. This is going to be mainly isolating those chest muscles. So this is not as much of a compound movement as those other exercises, but we're going to do those followed directly by some dumbbell shrugs. So this is great for your upper trap musculature. So this is good for some of those upper back muscles. Then after that, we're going to incorporate a little bit of core stability work. So I just have some planks and some side planks, really good for just focusing on engaging the core musculature in a nice isometric or a maintained position. So we'll just have those directly following that, and that completes the upper body day. Then for day 4 of this workout split, I will start with a little bit of an incline treadmill walk. I kind of want to bump up the intensity of this one compared to the last one since we'll be doing it for a shorter duration, but I really want to get that cardio component in. Followed directly by a little bit of a superset of dumbbell squats and RDLs. After that, we have a superset of step back lunges. You can hold dumbbells at your side for added resistance, some calf raises. Then we're gonna finish up with a little bit more dynamic core work. So we're gonna do some dead bugs. This is more of a stability position, but you're still moving through the motion. Then we're gonna superset that with some Russian twist to work the obliques. Now, a lot of people, when they do the Russian twist, they really like to rush, no pun intended, through the exercise, and they don't really get the best training effect that they could. So I want this movement to be nice and controlled, working those external and internal obliques, really building up that core to hopefully stabilize that spine and keep your spine nice and healthy while you're exercising. So that is our general workout split, and we're going to now talk about kind of the sets and reps scheme and my explanation for each of those. So here we have day 1, or the full body workout, and as you can see, I've kind of done a pretty simple sets and reps scheme. So we're going to aim for that 8 to 12 rep range, which is the hypertrophy or the muscle growth rep range. Number of sets will be 3 consistently through this first workout. And the reason I did this many sets, this many reps, and the way that I designed the supersets and the overall structure of the workout is so that we can fit and condense it into a 30-minute workout. So you'll notice the rest times are fairly short compared to more higher intensity style workout programs. So only about 45 to 60 seconds of rest between squat thrusters. I really kind of want to get that cardio effect or getting that heart rate really elevated for this one. In terms of the RPE, RPE stands for ratings of perceived exertion. This is just on a scale out of 10. So a 6 out of 10 would be a little higher than a moderate intensity. 6, 7 would be a little higher than moderate intensity. 7, 8, we're getting into a higher intensity, so I want it to be a little more challenging. So RPE 6, 7, 7, and 8, I want this to be a little challenging for you, but you should be able to get through each set of exercise without reaching muscular failure. Day 2 for the cardio. Again, I kind of mentioned before that we're going to aim for that 30 minutes of duration. In terms of intensity, I don't want this to just be an easy walk in the park. I want this to be fairly intense. So we're at that RPE 6 or 7 out of 10. So I want you to be sweating about 10-15 minutes through this workout. I want it to be hard, but not so hard that you can't complete the workout. Like, you should be able to get the 30 minutes done, but it should be fairly challenging. Then we have day 3, our upper body workout. So this workout is going to be similar to that day 1 workout in terms of intensity. So I want to aim for RPE 6 to 8, kind of in that range. We're really focusing on muscle growth, so we're staying in that 8 to 10, 8 to 12 rep range. That brings us to the last workout of our split, which is the lower body workout. So I want to start out with an incline treadmill walk to get that heart rate elevated, as I mentioned. So I want this to be a pretty high intensity for only 10 minutes. So RPE 7 to 8 on that. The rest of the sets and rep scheme kind of follows the pattern that we've already been following. So now that you have the general idea of the structure behind the workout, let's talk about how we are going to progress this. One of the ways that you can progress this style of workout, especially if you're trying to build muscle mass, is by increasing the overall workout volume or intensity over time. One of the ways that you can progress it is by increasing the number of reps week to week. So let's say the first week I have you doing 10 squat thrusters. Well, week 2, I might bump it up to 12 squat thrusters at the same weight or the same intensity that you did the week before. This is going to continually challenging your muscles to adapt and your body to adapt to this, to the training stimulus. Another way in which you could progress this workout is by increasing the intensity. So let's say for a given week, you do dumbbell squats with 25-pound dumbbells. Well, next week, let's try doing that same rep range, but let's bump it up to the 30-pound dumbbells. Essentially, you want to follow this training principle called progressive overload. What that means is that you continue to put more demands on your body as you continue to adapt to the workout changes. Overall, what I'm hoping to get out of this is maybe it's your first week or 2 into the program and you haven't really been exercising consistently. You might feel a little bit sore after the first workout or 2, or maybe for the first week or 2. But eventually your body is going to adapt to that training stimulus and you shouldn't recognize that same level of soreness that you were at the week before with the same workout. And then each consecutive week after that, you can continue to adapt the training program as follows. So that is how I would write that workout training program. Now, another thing that I noted in this program is that you should ensure you're getting that optimal protein intake to be building muscle mass while you're working out. To make sure that you're prioritizing your sleep quality and quantity. So aiming for that 7 to 9 hour range is going to be optimal for workout recovery. If you're trying to lose weight, it's important to create that caloric deficit. For this individual, 1 pound per week of weight loss would be considered fairly healthy. We would then aim for about 500 calories of a caloric deficit per day to create that caloric deficit and hopefully aim for about 1 pound of weight loss per week. And then last but certainly not least, this individual has a very sedentary desk job. So I want them to be moving throughout the day. I want them to aim for at least 8,000 steps every single day, even on the weekends. And additionally, while they're at work, I want them to do at least 10 flights of stairs per day, and hopefully more. Human beings were meant to move. And if we're not moving throughout the day, we aren't using our bodies to their fullest capabilities. So it's important to find different moments throughout the day where you can incorporate some sort of movement, whether that's getting in steps, doing stairs, doing simple exercises like bodyweight squats, push-ups, jumping jacks, anything like that at your desk. You just want to stay moving. So there you have it. There is how a personal trainer would program for this individual. I hope that you've learned a lot from this video. I hope that you can take away a few things and program your own workouts in this fashion. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything, make sure you leave them in the comments below. I will upload this workout program to my website, jacksonryanfitness.com, for free, so anybody can download it if they want to try out the full, complete 8-week program. I only showed you the first couple weeks, but the full 8-week program will be all there on the website, along with a lot of other helpful resources to help your fitness journey. So thank you for tuning in with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join me as you are progressing through your fitness journey. I hope that I can share more fitness tips and more fitness knowledge with you to help you along your way. Get moving today. I will see you guys next time. Peace.